News at 10 starts now.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jory Talley.
And I'm Cash Matlock. And Jory, weather is the big talk right now. So let's see what's going on with our meteorologist, Jacob Dickey. Hey, Jacob.
Hey, Jacob.
Hey, Cash and Jory. We are watching the potential for winter weather across our area. Already dealing with some watches and advisories across our area. Winter weather advisory is for our Tupelo area along the I-22 corridor, and that's going to be Monday night through Tuesday morning. We're fine on the day Monday. Winter storm watch then for all of our Columbus area counties as well as West Alabama. Here's the deal. We're going to get some cold air. That is a given. There's still some questions with that cold air and how it moves on into the rain coming in our general direction. As we look forward here at the chance for some of this snow, right now, our thoughts are 0 to 2 inches, and that range across the viewing area. We'll also be looking for the timing to be 9 p.m. Monday to 9 a.m. on Tuesday. Prime time may very well be the 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. time frame.
So weather's obviously the big talk right now, and a lot of people seem to be asking about that symbol of the sunshine on their weather apps on their phone.
Yeah, Monday is going to be warm and sunny, and then we go into Tuesday morning. The snow's out of here, so it's a nighttime event. You'll wake up and probably see some sunshine out there, and if we're lucky, we'll see some snowflakes and flurries on the ground.
Okay. And Jacob, how can people find out about school closings?
If there are school closings, of course, we'll have those updated on our WCBI app, and we also keeping the forecast updated there, as well as on our website, WCBI.com. We are watching for those, and I think we will see some across our area.
So when is the main time we're expecting the snow to hit?
Main timing, again, Monday night after dinner. We'll get some rain first, and then that rain transitions into snow. That's the big question. Will it transition early enough for the cold air to give us some higher amounts, or will we deal with more rain, less snow? The impacts, though, is what we're stressing. We're thinking that there will be some slick spots on the road. I'll have more on that coming up in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Jacob. We're looking forward to it. Well, in news tonight, an altercation from a social media post leads to a shooting in Columbus. Police Chief Fred Shelton says 2 people have been arrested and charged with aggravated assault. It happened this afternoon on Reed Drive in East Columbus. Shelton says 2 people got into an argument when a gun went off. Luckily, no one was struck or hurt. The 2 who were arrested know each other. Their names will be released once the booking information is done at the Lowndes County Adult Detention Center.
And Tupelo police are also investigating a shooting. It happened Friday night on Martin Street. Police say a man was shot during an alleged domestic situation. Now, 1 man was taken to the hospital. His condition is not known at this time. Investigators say the suspected shooter is cooperating with them during the investigation. Now, we're going to have more information as it is released, and we'll probably have that tomorrow for you.
In national news, a 21-year-old man is facing murder charges after a shooting spree that left 5 people dead in Louisiana. The suspect was captured this morning in Virginia, over 1,000 miles away from the crime scenes. Here's the very latest.
Dakota Terrio was booked into the jail in Richmond County, Virginia on Sunday. His arrest marked the end of a multi-state manhunt that began a day earlier in Louisiana. Sheriffs say the suspect had been living with the family of his 20-year-old girlfriend, Summer Ernest. Inside their trailer on Saturday morning, he allegedly shot and killed her, as well as her father and her 17-year-old brother.
There was no red flags. There's no sign of anything, so we have no motive at this time.
Investigators say Terrio then went to his parents' house.
He shot both his mother and his father. Based on information we received at the scene from the father, who was still alive at the time, he gave us the information necessary for us to cut warrants on Dakota Terrio for 2 counts of first-degree murder.
As the search for the killer got underway, police say Terrio was already headed north to his grandmother's home in Virginia, over 1,100 miles away. Deputies were there when he showed up after an all-night drive.
She called this morning looking for the officers to go by and make sure that the house was safe for her to go into. While the officers were there, the individual actually drove by. He drove up into the driveway at that time, had a pistol in his hand.
Terrio dropped the weapon and surrendered without incident. He's facing 5 counts of first-degree murder in Louisiana. DeMarco Morgan, CBS News, New York.
Investigators say the suspect had been living with his girlfriend's family for less than a month. They say his parents had recently asked him to move out of their home.
One of the Knoxville County Jail escapees is back behind bars tonight. Sheriff Terry Grassery says 20-year-old Jamie Welch turned himself in yesterday afternoon. Last Sunday, Welch and 25-year-old Tremarcus Webb both escaped from the jail by going through the ceiling and walking out of the front door. The deputies have been out actively searching the area since the escape happened. Webb remains on the run, and Grassery says the search will continue until he is found.
Firefighters are investigating the cause of a shop fire in Lowndes County. It happened here on Belvin Young Road at this two-car garage that the owner calls his shop. The building and everything inside is ruled as a total loss. You can see the extent of the damage in this video. The fire remains under investigation. There's a predicted nursing shortage in the near future. MUW Associate Professor Dr. Henry says, she has been in the nursing field for 38 years. She says a lot of things have changed since she first entered the profession. She says patients are a lot sicker now and are living longer. Although there are more sick patients, there's a concern for a possible shortage of nurses.
I believe with our entry-level nurses, there is going to be a predicted shortage around 2020 as all of the baby boomers begin to retire. And then we were also going to be facing a nursing faculty shortage.
She believes there are also other causes for the shortage. She says it could be linked to nursing students or recent nursing grads wanting Monday through Friday schedules rather than working night shifts or holidays.
Well, today is International Holocaust Remembrance Day, and in honor of the day, Temple B'nai Israel in Tupelo held a special meeting with guest speaker Joseph Metz. Now, Metz is the grandson of Gilbert Metz, and he's the only known Holocaust survivor from Mississippi who went through 2 concentration camps. Now, Metz says his message to the congregation is even more important in today's political and racial climates.
I felt that as his grandson, it was my job and my duty to go around and teach people about the Holocaust.
Joseph Metz is referring to his grandfather, Gilbert Metz, who was arrested in France in 1942. Over the next 3 years, he was transferred to 2 different concentration camps, including Auschwitz. Metz was liberated in 1945 and moved to Mississippi after losing his family. He passed away in 2007, and ever since then, his grandson, Joseph, has been spreading his grandfather's message.
I think that individuals need to put aside their, quote, differences and realize that there's a lot more in common than different.
And members of Temple B'nai Israel in Tupelo couldn't agree more.
Hopefully it will help people to remember our past so that we don't repeat it.
I don't think we should ever forget the Holocaust. And you know, we can go years and years and not think about it. And to have a grandson of someone who was in the Holocaust puts a different light on it. And I think that's why it's important. Should never forget.
Joseph says the main thing he hopes people take away from his message is simple.
If you see injustice in the world and you do nothing, you're just as guilty as those who, do the injustice.
Event organizers say they hope Sunday's message resonates with people across the Magnolia State.
It's important for us to have this kind of community event so that we can all get to know each other. It's important that we appreciate each other for all of our differences.
And everyone in attendance agreed on one thing.
I want everybody to be a member of our faith community, regardless of which faith you come with.
It's up to us to make sure that there's a world tomorrow.
And you think about it and you'll say, never, ever again.
Well, on November 1st, 2005, the United Nations declared January 27th as International Holocaust Remembrance Day. Now, January 27th is also the day that the largest concentration camp, Auschwitz, was liberated in 1945. Well, stay with us for this week's Mom to Mom.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, regardless of the weather outside, it's hard to resist a smoothie. Here's this week's Mom to Mom.
Make Ahead Smoothies, kid approved. My kids are really picky eaters, as I'm sure most of you all are too. So I have found a really easy way to make sure that they get all the nutrients they need in a way that's easy for us moms out there. So I've started making Make Ahead Smoothies. So the first thing you want to know is you're going to want to take 1 cup of each of the ingredients. And you can add yogurt, you can add regular milk, almond milk, or coconut milk to any of these. So my first one is the Pina Colada smoothie, and this one's really good with coconut milk. So you add a banana, pineapple, kale and baby spinach to this. And the great thing about all of these is you're getting your fruits and vegetables and your kids don't even know it because they taste so great. So the second one is the mixed berries. I have added blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, as well as baby spinach. The last one my kids love is a summer mix, and that consists of cucumbers, kiwi, strawberries, and peaches. So now you're going to want to separate each of these into sandwich baggies, and you're good to go with a quick, easy, and healthy snack. I write the date and which smoothie it is on each baggie, so it's an easy grab right out of the freezer. Each of these smoothies will keep up to 3 months in your freezer, but they are best used within 30 days. Just grab, blend, and you're good to go. But if you do want to make them fresh, just throw a few ice cubes in the blender, and that'll keep it cold and nice for the kiddos. If you moms have a great smoothie recipe that you would like to share with our other moms, please connect with me on the Mom to Mom Facebook page. I'll see y'all next week.
Mom to Mom is brought to you by Mom to Be on Wilkins Wise Road in Columbus.
Well, let's have a little bit of fun ourselves here. Best case scenario, all that happens is us meteorologists cause a little economic stimulus with all those milk sandwiches you'll be eating. However, I think we're going to deal with some dangerous driving conditions Tuesday morning. After the break, we'll talk about the snow, the timing, and the impacts we expect. Stay with us.
First Alert AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Jacob Dickey.
Well, tonight things are nice and quiet out there. Had a few isolated showers and sprinkles in a few spots, but things are trending drier with no problems on our Alpha Insurance Sky Cam. It also is a bit cooler out there now. Temperatures in the upper 30s and low 40s for many of us. Columbus down to 39. It's 41 in Macon. Calhoun City, good evening to you, 35. 37 in Tupelo at the 10 o'clock hour. Temperatures won't go much lower than that, staying dry and cool. Mid-30s is where we'll end up. 36 in Columbus. Tupelo at 35. We'll get to 36 in Vernon. Louisville dropping down to 35 overnight tonight. Monday then, we're squeezing in as many seasons as we can. We're heading for the 60s in the afternoon, believe it or not, with the south winds 5 to 10 miles an hour, perhaps a little bit higher. And then as we get into the evening hours, some showers rolling in and a transition Monday night happens to some snow in our area. Look at these highs, though. Low 60s out there, 63 in Columbus and in West Point, 60 in Calhoun City, 61 in Tupelo. But things take a quick tumble as we go into Monday evening in the overnight hours. That Arctic front comes on in, and look how quickly those temperatures drop. By Tuesday morning, seeing some 20s out there with the wind chills in the teens. That cold air is the reason we have to watch for some winter weather moving forward. Winter weather advisories in effect for the northern portion of our Mississippi counties. Winter storm watch for our Golden Triangle area and West Alabama, all the way out to I-55. Our main concern here is we'll see rain changing to snow. Accumulation will be varied between nothing and 2 inches across our area. Timing will be 9 a.m. Tuesday till 9 p.m. Monday until 9 a.m. on Tuesday. Here's where that system is now. It's off to our north and to our west, sliding in our general direction. As it does so, then that cold front comes on in Monday evening. That transition here, we'll see some showers rolling in, and then the chances that cold air on the backside will help to get some snow in our areas. And it's been trending a little more southeast with that heavier snow across our area through the evening hours on some of our models. But by the time we wake up on Tuesday morning, it's all out of here. We'll be seeing some sunshine to start our day on Tuesday. As far as how much we're expecting here, we're thinking that for many of us, we're going to see a trace to 1 inch area wide. If there's the potential for higher amounts, it's going to be more south and east towards the Golden Triangle, West Alabama, and towards the I-2059 corridor from Tuscaloosa to Meridian. The thing is, though, is no matter how much snow there is, with that cold air in place, the impacts is where I want to focus on. Any impacts that occur will be likely with that moisture on the roadways freezing, and so we will have to watch for slick spots Tuesday morning as we go on through. Won't expect many impacts after that, though. As we get the impacts on here Tuesday afternoon, the sunshine and those winds will help to lower things, take care of that ice. So Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, not expecting too many problems in our area. Going to focus again. Monday night showers. Tuesday morning, that snow comes on in. We're going to watch for a range of accumulation, better chances to the south and east. We're warming up into next weekend.
Mississippi State continues to run through the SEC as an unstoppable force. As the Bulldogs play host to Ole Miss, the team did not become any more stoppable. MSU actually winning the last 9 consecutive matchups against Ole Miss and looking to stay undefeated in the SEC. But getting to the game, the Rebels starting off in this one strong. LaKara Salter gets in the corner to knock down a 3, and the Rebels would have an early lead. The Bulldogs would answer quickly back. Unreal Howard catches it in the short corner, shoots it off the glass, and gets it to go. You know what they say, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Andra Espinoza-Hunter passes it to Howard in the corner, pulls up and shoots. The Bulldogs claim the lead by just 1 point. still in the first. Salter hits Chandrika Sessom in the corner. She knocks down a three, and the Rebels are back with the lead. MSU would get back on offense. Tiara McCowan snatches it on the block, shoots, and she scores. And if you like instant replays, then you'll like what's coming next. McCowan, same spot, same move, same result. State leading by 2. And now moving on into the second, the game changes here. Jordan Danbury with the pressure, steals the ball, and gets the shot to go. Then, next, Rebels possession. Jasmine Holmes is going to get herself into the mix. She's going to steal the pass and then lob it down to Onreal Howard. And Onreal Howard takes it and does what she does, gets the shot to go. State now with a 16-point lead. Some more second quarter action. Holmes put more pressure on forcing the turnover. Howard picks up the loose ball and gets the finish with that shot. The Bulldogs dominate the Rebels at home for the rivalry's 10 consecutive state win. The Bulldogs remain undefeated in the SEC. Onreal Howard and Tiara McCowan cap off the night with double-doubles. Changes for the Bulldog football staff do not stop coming. More information on MSU's assistant coaches coming up next in sports. Stick with us. Well, WCBI's Chris Bolton was at the hump for all the rivalry action. Reports from Starkville with more.
Thanks, Courtney. Now, the energy was electric as over 10,000 fans poured into the hump for today's game. I'm talking parents, children, grandparents, aunts, uncles, you name it, everybody was here. Now, this was the 4th largest crowd in MSU women's basketball history. Now, as far as the game goes, the first quarter was close. The Rebels were only down 8 points. However, in the second quarter, that's when the explosion happened, and it was led by MSU's own ball defense. Jazz Holmes and Jordan Danbury, they combined for 3 steals. Onreal Howard, she had 3 steals as well. And in all, the Lady Bulldogs forced the Rebels into 20 turnovers. Tiara McCowan, she had a monster game with 33 points and 13 boards. Onreal Howard, she recorded a double-double as well with 16 points and 11 rebounds. And the tandem combined for the most career double-doubles in the country. Now, we called up a coach, Vic Schaefer, and asked about the team's effort and energy on defense that helped lead to the victory. He had this to say.
I think Jazz and Joe got interested on defense. You know, I think they turned it up a notch. Onreal got a steal or 2, and she actually had 3 in the game. But I thought that's when it completely changed the whole complexion of the game, and it had to do with ball pressure, passing lanes. They were out there trying to run their offense a long way from the rim, and I thought that's kind of when it all turned.
Now, as I mentioned, Ole Miss hung tough in the first quarter. But the second quarter, things just got a little out of hand. The team was forced into many turnovers, took many contested shots, and overall, they shot 36% from the field. Now, on a positive note, Crystal Allen led the team in scoring with 15 points, and former Bulldog LaCaris Salter, she had 13 points as well in her return to the hump. Now, despite the loss, Ole Miss's head coach was very pleased with how her team battled and fought throughout the game.
I thought that my team played their hearts out, and, you know, it's a lot that I think we can build on. I think we're in a different, like, we're not trying to do what Mississippi State's trying to do right now. He's trying to win a national championship. I'm trying to win SEC games. Different type of journey right now.
Now, both teams, they get a few days rest before their next games. Ole Miss will be heading back home as they take on Auburn. That game will be on Thursday. Now, as for Mississippi State, they got a tough road test coming up as they travel to Baton Rouge and they take on LSU. Now, I have scores and highlights of both of these games for you on WCBI Sports. But for now, reporting from the hump in Starkville, Chris Bolton, WCBI Sports.
Thank you, Chris. Now let's get to the football field where some good news is happening for the Gridiron Dogs. A report from genespage.com said Mississippi State has found a new wide receivers coach. The Bulldogs are reportedly set to hire Oregon wide receivers coach Michael Johnson to the position. Johnson will serve as Luke Getsy's replacement after his departure to rejoin the Green Bay Packers. Well, some more news for the Diamond Dogs. They got back to business this week with less than a month to go before the season opener to Youngstown State. MSU begins practicing in preparation. The Bulldog squad has plenty of experienced talent on the roster, and with a good history of success, the program is able to recruit local talent well, which of some has the opportunity to not only play with new teammates, but some familiar ones as well.
Just like whenever I was a junior in high school, he was a freshman, and whenever I was a senior, he was a sophomore, man. It's really cool to be able to play with someone you've played with for a long time, and I kind of taken him under my wing a little bit. You know, I got give him some crap here and there, but yeah, definitely.
Brings back some good memories. We won a state championship his senior year, my sophomore year, and that's probably one of the best feelings I've ever had on the baseball field, and hopefully we can win a championship here too.
The MUW Athletic Department announces that the Owls head women's soccer coach, Gray Massey, has passed away at the age of 41. As a Mississippi native, Massey grew up in Brandon and coached previously at East Central Community College before joining the W staff. Massey served as the Owls' first women's soccer coach after joining in 2017 and coached the team through its first season this past fall. MUW will release information on his memorial service as soon as it becomes available. That's it for sports. Your last look is coming up next. Stick with us.
Latest forecast online at WCBI.com/weather.
Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.